Hello my loves, hello again. 2 in 1 day, aren't you lucky? These are Mum's nails. I had a Glam and Glitz colour on her before and I can't remember what it was called. And these have been on for about 4 weeks. Yeah, she just has her nails capped, really. She can't, my mum is registered severely visually impaired, which is basically blind. And although they're not allowed to say blind nowadays. So she just has her nails nice and short. She doesn't normally have anything exciting, however, because it's coming up for Christmas, she let me have a bit of a play with them today. So we are doing something a bit different. So I'm just using my e-file to remove the bulk of the previous colour. There is a clear layer underneath. I can't remember for the life of me what that colour's called. How annoying. Very annoying. I'll find it. That's what I'll do. I found it! It was Glam and Glitz Brittany. That's what she had before. There you go. Just had to go and have a look. So I've removed the product and then I've gone in with my hand file and just removed any lifting and bits and bobs like that. And I'm going in with my Ethyl tool from Navy Professionals. This removes any non-living tissue from the nail surface. This also starts to release that skin there from the nail and push that cuticle back. Get right in there. I love this, as you know. And after I finish this, I'm going to have some dinner and then I'm going to record my advent calendar nail for tomorrow. Busy, busy, busy. I've included as much as the prep and filing as I could because, you know, I'm trying to. So I'm just going in with my cuticle bit from Nail Dot Supplies on a really low setting, and just any further bits that are left on the nail I'm just kind of tickling over there. Now, at some point in this nail we had a brief power cut and I actually just soldiered through and just put the torch on my phone. So I kept some of the footage in and then the lights came back on and it was fine. Okay, so I've then just etched the nail plate with my hand file briefly and I have dehydrated and primed. And now I'm just going in with, I'm using my Glitter Fairy size 10 brush because my mum's nails are tiny and I find this brush is really, really good for her nails. It's nice and small, picks up the right size beads for me to work with my mum's nails. It's good to have a selection of brushes. I forgot where I was then because I had to press pause. So I'm just applying a clear layer to each nail. Just a thin clear base so that I've got something to protect the nail from the colour and also to file back to. Sorry about the writing on my hand. I was making notes when I was on the phone to my granddad because he's not very well. And I was making notes about things I had to talk to my mum about and I forgot to rub it off my hand. And the lights went, there you go, bosh. So I was like, what do I do? I know, I'll briefly put the torch on my phone while my husband sorts out the electrics. So this was me using the torch on my phone. So I'm going in with this beautiful colour which is called Boardwalk from Glam and Glitz. It's a shimmery, purpley, beautiful colour to work with. You can apply it super, super thin, as you can see, and it's really, really pigmented. So I'm just doing a full nail of that. And we were even using water decals this time as well, and extra glitter for mummy. So as soon as I've got the opacity up, which didn't take a lot of product with this, thank goodness, because her nails are very small, I don't want them to be bulky. I'm going in and just placing across the nail in a very random way, I guess. Almost like, you know, if you watch Miss Lucy, the Glitter Fairy, she says about the speckled egg kind of way. That's sort of what we're doing here. And this is a glitter called Twinkle Twinkle from the Unicorn's Den, and it's got like pinky purpley pieces in, it's got silver holographic tinsel, it's got silver holographic chunky pieces, and it just made the nail look like sparkly, snowy Christmassiness. It was just beautiful. So I know that obviously my mum probably won't be able to see it, but when I explained it to her, she was like, yes, I need it. So that's what we did. And then on the ring finger will be a full nail of Boardwalk, but we're going to use a decal on there, so I'll just leave it as a full nail of Boardwalk. But as you can see, I mean, it's very smooth to work with. You don't need a lot of product to build up the opacity. Very pigmented. I just glide that bead across, turn my brush around and feather it back up the nail. And then I felt like I had a little bit too much. I didn't really need that, so I'm making sure that I've wiped the excess monomer off my brush because the bead was already wet. I was working with wet product, so I didn't need to have a super wet brush. It will still probably look shiny because I've got terrible lighting on it. The lighting will come back in a minute and it will be like, hallelujah. So just stroking the product, making sure I'm happy with it, onto the next nail, pushing that up to the cuticle, tucking it right in. And then feathering down the nail. And this nail will be, again, full Boardwalk and then Twinkle Twinkle glitter, which is stunning. So again, placing the bead at the tip of the nail and then blending it back. You really don't need to apply a lot of pressure. The product just kind of goes where you want it to go, which is great. There was like this super long strand in there where they just, sometimes they stick together, you know, you get that with certain glitters, and it was really funny. I sort of bent it around the nail, it looked pretty cool. It's not often I do this effect, but when I saw this particular glitter, I was like, yes, this will work with that. Sorry if you can hear stomping, but it is Sunday evening. So, you know, kids and stuff. It's been an intense day. I've already played Monopoly Junior twice. I do like this brush for keeping the product nice and neat as well, especially on small nails. It works really well. Okay, so I'm just placing again a bead at the end, turning my brush around, feathering it up the nail. And then once I'm happy with the coverage, I will go in with the glitter and speckle that around. Just adding a little bead in the middle there. It blends so nicely that it's effortless really, it's perfect. So again, going in with Twinkle Twinkle. I really want to say Little Star after I say that, it's addictive. And the lights came back on! Yay! So now you can see a little bit better, so I thought I'd include a couple of nails on this hand just so you could actually see a little bit better. I mean, it wasn't the end of the world having the torch on, but it wasn't as clear as this, for sure, so. I'm just checking down the side of the nail there, making sure there's no product touching the skin, and then going in with Twinkle Twinkle again. And what's beautiful is because I use Glam and Glitz quite wet, you don't need to add any more acrylic to apply the glitter. You just pat the raw glitter into the acrylic that's already there, so it doesn't bulk out the nail too much. which on short nails it's really easy for them to get bulky, and we don't want that. Now the mark on this nail is where, I don't know, a couple of months ago I think, my mum had an accident with her finger and it got trapped. So that's grown out nicely. And if you can see any different colours on the nail, it's just previous acrylic bits that are left. Just keeping that cuticle area nice and neat. Clean my brush. Grab another bead and place that on the free edge there. Blend it back. Sorry if this is boring. I did ask while I was on, because when I upload my videos I do a premiere so I can talk to you guys live, and I did ask everyone that was there if they wanted to see this or if I should just not bother recording it, and they said please record it, so I have. So I apologise if you're bored, but I'm keeping it in as much real time as possible, and you know, not everybody, especially in a salon setting, wants exciting long talons that, you know, quite often you're faced with making small sets and short nails interesting. And this seems to want to focus more on my hand than my mother's thumb, which is tiny. Look how tiny her thumb is. So diddy. I have small nail beds as well, so that's where I get it from, obviously. See how thinly you can work with this product though, it's just like paint really, isn't it? Okay, so now I've applied a layer of top coat to the nail, and I'm applying the decal to that. Who was it? Who was it that gave me that does that in their videos? Was it Tracy Lou? Was it Kerry? Or was it Stacey? I can't remember. I cannot remember, but they always add a layer of top coat to apply the water decal, and yes mate, it works amazing. So we do that and then they cure in the lamp. And now I'm applying Glitterbels glass slippers, and I worked with it quite wet but not super wet, and today I didn't get any air bubbles, so I do not know what I did yesterday. All I can assume is that maybe I didn't burp my brush enough, or I'm using a different brush today. Could be that even. We shall see. I've never had the problem before, so hopefully I never have it again. But it worked beautifully today, so that's all that matters. And then the little penguin, he's so cute. So as you can see, I'm really putting minimal pressure on the bead, just gliding it where I want it. Just kind of nudging it across. The one good thing about short nails is they don't really take a lot of brush work, do they? You can keep them nice and neat. It keeps filing down to a minimal. So I did include a tiny bit of filing just to show you sort of my filing routine, I guess. And I do it the same every time on every nail. That's something I found was quite important actually and made a difference. I never used to have a filing routine. So I always do both the side walls of the nail, and then I perfect the shape at the free edge, whichever that may be. My mum has hers just kind of natural looking. No particular shape, definitely no sharp corners, because she touches her face a lot, her eyes get very sore, so we don't want anything sharp. So she just goes for kind of like a natural shape. And then I'll go in and sweep around the cuticle area. I was really cat-handed doing this, and I think it's because I knew I was filming it and I had a tripod to the side of me. I just felt really restricted. So it does look a bit cat-handed, but I'm showing you how I do it. And then after I'm happy with the cuticle area, then I'll just deal with the whole body of the nail. And I'll always take my file up and over. So I'll start the sidewall, I'll go up, over down the other side, up, over down the other side like that, so that it contours nicely. So you see what I mean? I'm going up and over, and then I come from the other side, do the same, keep checking the shape, make sure I'm happy with it. That's how I do my filing. I've only shown you that nail, otherwise you really would fall asleep. And I've got a lot of recording to do. Okay, so these are the finished nails. I thought I'd film top coat, but my phone turned off, so I do apologise. But aren't they cute? I think they're lovely and cute. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.